Last month, the Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association held its general membership meeting, and invited was a panel of island leaders, such as the Department of Parks and Recreation Director, the Chief of the Guam Police Department, and even Mayors Council of Guam President Jesse Alec. It was here when discussions occurred with Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association President Mary Rhodes.
It's about how the mayors could be involved. One of the things that I was really pushing was equity. Equity in that every village deserves something in tourism recovery, and whether it's whatever it is, but everyone deserves something.
Alec also shared how she was instrumental in working with former mayors to develop their festivals. Rhodes says doing this is something GHRA has been looking to do when it comes to recovery efforts for tourism.
One of the things we noticed in the recovery plan, which has always been actually a mission at GVB and GHRA, is to work with the mayors, because we know tourism affects the whole community, and tourism really should include all of the mayors in every village included in that.
Over 12 years ago, she says she conducted training for the mayors for the Hotel and Restaurant Expo in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
In order to be eligible for a grant, a community grant at GVB, you had to attend this training. And what that meant was certain monies were set aside from GVB, and this is the goal, is to have certain monies set aside at GVB where you would be able to be part of the Guam Island Fiesta Tour, known as GIFT, as well as the the special events, because back then we only had the Mango Festival.
It was such opportunities that made the Banana Festival in Talafofo and even the Doni Festival in Manila possible. And Rhodes says although there were other villages at the time that tried to make their festivals a reality, it was not sustainable.
It would be really good for us to revisit this, and GHRA is willing to host another workshop. It was really only a 3-hour workshop that I coordinated together with GVB, and again, all the mayors were required in order to apply for the grant funding. They were required to attend this training, and during this training, GHRA will work with you on developing your work plan, developing your timelines, as well as your budget, your P&L, your profit and loss, what it takes to have your contracts for all of your vendors, to understand the rules and regulations, like with revenue tax, public health, requiring certain sanitation permits and things like that. Everything required, even your fire permits for gatherings. We would help you in getting all of that in at least a development stage so that you can prepare yourself to put together a program so that you can apply for future grants, community grants, not just with GVB, but I also talked to GHRA about possible opportunities to fund, especially because one of the things we learned during this process of the recovery, and Mayor Alec was there at our membership meeting, is that it was part of the recovery plan, right, to include the mayors in this and all of the events. And I know that there's been discussion about including community events and the mayors in the hot bond. But in order to prepare you for applying for a grant, whether in GVB's current budget or even with the hot bond, you have to develop a plan.
Rhodes adding with new mayor and vice mayors, this would be a great workshop for them to take part in.
To make sure that you're all suited to submit these community grants, and we would be your partner to submit in this and work with all the government agencies to make sure you're in compliance. And then to also look at redeveloping the GIFT program, again at GVB, and really trying to push for that, for the Island Fiesta Tour, and then developing your own signature events so that you can certainly offer that.
Many of the mayors in attendance look forward to speaking further with GHRA, as several had ideas for the respective villages. Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.